Welcome to the Drama Dose, episode 3,
where we keep it real,
keep it spicy,
and keep it just dramatic enough to keep you coming back.
I'm Super Ashley.
And I'm Queen Carlene.
Let's go, girls.
Wow, Ashley, we're
We did it!
naturals now.
I'm the first try, girl.
Yeah, you guys, like for the
third time's the charm.
Honestly, the first episode, we were coming up with like our intro, and the last episode, we forgot the intro.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Yeah. We got that.
We're on episode 3.
Wow.
I'm so proud of us. I hope you guys are proud of us too.
Yeah, and we hope you enjoyed that last episode. It was super long, but we had a lot to say. We had a lot to catch up on.
Honestly, we're never doing a 2-hour episode ever again.
No.
Okay,
I'm tired just thinking about it. It was
literally
exhausting.
And then also the editing was a nightmare. So like,
yeah. So sorry it was late. It was a whole thing.
It was a whole thing, you guys.
We're learning. We're learning as we go, you guys.
Yes, okay. We'll be in a routine by, season 2.
Yeah.
But I am excited because I have multiple CNNs and you have multiple
Super Scoops.
I'm like, what the heck is it called? You guys.
And they're like good, but we'll get to that a little bit later.
I need Prevagen to literally sponsor us. Okay. I need that memory supplement immediately.
Okay. But listen, I am so excited today because it is finally not negative a million degrees in New Jersey. Like it feels like
spring, you guys.
It feels like spring. The sun is out. When I tell you, all of my palest foundations that I own are still too dark on me. Like your girl needs some sun.
Okay, you know what's funny is I was doing my makeup right before you got here, and I was like, I literally just went and got new foundation like 3 weeks ago because I noticed the same thing.
Yeah,
and those are now too dark.
Yes,
and I'm like, okay, because usually, okay. In this economy, I'm trying to like save some coin, okay?
Yeah, you try to make it work with like concealer powder.
No, I was gonna say that usually I go on vacation around this time.
Yes.
Yeah,
Dude.
so I don't have to worry. But I'm like, I'm trying to save some coin as in not go
you're
on vacation.
so right. No, literally at this point, I've been to a beach or two.
Yeah.
At like either New Year's or like by February, I've been on a vacation where I got like a reboot tan.
Like exactly. Like I feel like every year for the last 3 years, I have been on a cruise with Virgin Voyages in the wintertime. And this year I didn't do it. And we were going to, but we just like didn't get our ish together. And
my skin tone is showing.
Yeah, no, literally. Okay, that's crazy. But yeah, no, I feel the same. The sun is shining, you guys. It's 55 degrees.
The seasonal depression is exiting my body as we speak,
not yet.
You guys.
I still need my fluoxetine. But okay. But
I feel like your brain is a medicine cabinet. Like
really
all the names of the pills.
It really is. I'm like, can we not ban these, FDA, please?
Oh my God.
Okay,
FDA, come through for you, girl.
Okay. I was so excited the other day. I got something in the mail and from our pool person, and it was like scheduled a pool opening. And I was like, yes! That means it's coming. So we scheduled the pool opening, you guys. So pool episodes, hopefully if we can figure out how not to like
drop the mics in the water.
Ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
oops.
TBD. But hopefully those are coming soon.
Remember last summer when David yelled at us about getting nachos in the pool? My bad, Dave.
I mean, I don't remember that. A girl.
Well, we didn't actually. He was just really nervous that we were going to.
You guys, David has turned
into
like
no
a
eating in the pool.
Blown like pool boy. He's like obsessed.
He's just a Jersey dad now, even though you guys don't have kids yet.
Every morning he will go outside and he'll check the filter. And he'll make sure the frog is
well, good, because I don't want to dip the frog. Oh
no, literally, he has like a whole little routine. And I'm like, what is going on? And then every night I'm like, where is he? Outside, checking the filter, making sure the chemicals are correct. I'm like, okay, whatever. At least you found your passion.
Yeah, I mean, also, that means you don't have to do it. It's got to be done by somebody.
True. Honestly, we didn't have to have like maintenance people last year.
That's
because
good.
He like, figured it out. So, but this year we're going to make it salt water. So I'm excited.
So, Carlene, what have you been up to the past 2 weeks?
Okay, Ashley like asked me this and I'm like, what have I been doing? I feel like I haven't been doing anything. And you guys, I don't know if you guys have been perkified, okay?
Perkified.
That sounds bad, okay? But
we're not talking about Percocets. No, don't worry, FDA.
No, not Percocets. I'm talking about Kylie Perkins, okay? So I don't know what it was, but I don't really scroll social media. You know that. Like, I don't really like consume a lot of content.
Yeah.
Like I'll like interact with my friends stuff, but like you obviously, that's the whole premise of this. So, but I was on TikTok the other day and on my For You page, Kylie Perkins showed up and she's like yelling at me to like clean my house. And I was like,
I like this girl.
no, literally, I would,
You were
no.
like, wait a second.
You guys, I
Yell
was
at
like-
me some more.
I was literally like dead stopped. I was like, wait a second. Like, do I like this? And so I like went on like a deep dive and like, I was like, okay, wait, I kind of like her. And so, cause you guys, I'm a big fan of tough love. Okay. Like,
okay, but who is Kylie Perkins?
Okay, Kylie Perkins is literally just like everyday girl. Okay,
Mhm.
but I will say she does have like a social media agency or something. So she is like savvy, social media savvy, but I don't
Mhm.
really know much about her other than the fact that she decluttered her home a year ago,
Mhm.
and basically she said it changed her life. And she was trying for the longest time on social media to like be somebody that she wasn't.
Mhm.
Kind of, like a few years back, like I had like more of a filter because I worked at corporate. So
Mhm.
now
like more polished and like
more
curated.
polished,
Yeah.
curated, like making sure,
Nobody really saw the real.
yeah, the real.
Yeah.
Well, she was like, you know what, screw this. I'm going to be my real self. And her real self is yelling, apparently. So
Relatable.
no, literally. So I guess after like she just started like popping off literally in the last few weeks. And I remember I feel like I've met her or something at a TikTok event because I guess apparently I was following her. Okay. Well, like, did I like, I don't know who this girl is. Right.
Yeah.
But anyway, I start deep diving, you guys, her videos, and my entire life changed. Okay. The next morning I
What?
woke up and I like canceled all plans. I was like, no, I'm deep cleaning everything. Well, like week and a half. And then I got kind of,
Yeah.
I fell. Remember I fell on the ladder?
In the middle of deep cleaning.
Literally, my assistant was here. And
it was
all of a
literally in the name of the declutter.
sudden, it was literally in the name of declutter. You guys, I almost died. Okay. Like I'm not even exaggerating.
Sorry to laugh, but she literally
I literally
fell off a ladder.
I fell off a ladder. I was up like above in my closet and I was trying to like get things. And I thought that the ladder was like going that way, but it was actually the steps were going like down in front of me. But I like tried to take a step back and then I fell back off the ladder. It's funny, but not. Okay.
No, but thank God you're as tall as you are. If it was me, I would have probably like, it's like jumping off a building, a fucking ladder.
Literally, I was like, and my assistant just like, Carlene, are you okay? Like down the hall. And I was like, I don't know.
She probably was like,
No, literally. And I was like, thank God I was okay. Cause like, what
also, thank God you weren't alone.
No, literally, A, thank God I wasn't alone. And B, thank God like I was okay. Cause I was like, wouldn't it be awkward?
You were like the
if
commercial,
I, like,
I've fallen and I can't get
no,
up.
but like this is so morbid, but I was like, what if I died and like you're the only one there?
Melissa, poor Melissa.
I know. She was like, what? Oh my God, it's so funny, but not okay. But the only casualty I had was my nail.
Yeah.
So it broke off. But
listen,
that's fine. Honestly,
I will say, I come to Carlene's house a lot. Very decluttered in here.
it is so decluttered. I've gotten
There's
rid of,
a major difference. I'm proud of you.
thank you. I got rid of 10 bags of clothes so far, clothes and shoes. And then the basement is up next where like that's a whole nother thing. But
what about the garage?
Garage is still in a construction
Oh,
zone.
okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you guys, it's been so good over here. So I don't know if you guys have been perkified, but let me know.
So you showed me like a couple of her videos and she basically just yells at you to be like, no, it's not cute and quirky to be a mess and to be cluttered and like get your shit together. And honestly, sometimes you need to hear that. Sometimes you really need to hear that.
Sometimes mine's an always.
Yeah.
Okay. I always need to be yelled at to do stuff because otherwise, like, I'm just so used to
I was kind of like that growing up, like in school. Like I did the best in the classes that had teachers that like yelled at you.
Boom, boom,
yeah.
boom. Yeah.
Like, don't be lax with me. I'm not going to do it if you give me any leeway.
No,
like,
I think that like for me
to.
too, like, well, with the ADHD plus being a Taurus, like I'm very much
stubborn.
I'm stubborn
Yeah.
and I procrastinate.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, well, like I get it done all the time anyway. But like, no, not getting done.
Yeah. No, I'm the same way. I'm like, it'll get done if like it's really not that big of a deal. But when you keep letting things not be a big deal over and over and over again, it snowballs and then your whole life is a
and that's
shit
her
show.
whole thing. She's like, so she does like morning routines, evening routines, and afternoon routines. And she's like, this is what I do. Like stay in motion, always have laundry going, always have this, da, da, da. And I'm like,
maybe I need to watch her. Let's see.
No, honestly. So I will say there's a little bit of controversy. Oh, that's the whole reason you guys, she went from like 300,000 followers to 2 million.
Congrats to her, man. That's so awesome.
I will say,
clearly people are loving the tough love.
People are loving it. I mean, some people are hating it. Some people are loving it. But I will say, of course, as with everything, people had to politicize it. I guess she was following our president. And so people like went on a deep dive. And I'm like, you know what? it is what it is.
She got me to clean my house.
Okay.
I don't care beyond that.
Right now, that's all I need. Okay. Because honestly, I'm not kidding. Like, I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
Dude, it's like daunting. Like literally, that's how I need to go watch them for videos.
No,
because
it really is.
My office right now, like there's just been so much, like, you know, when you're an influencer, you just constantly get packages, even like between ordering stuff on ourselves and PR packages. Like there's always, I don't know the last day at my house, even on a Sunday, that I didn't have something at my doorstep. So it just piles up, and I don't have a house as big as you.
That's true.
My house fills up a lot quicker.
Mine just has a bunch of shit everywhere. So like at all times.
Yeah. So I desperately need to declutter. I need to spring clean before the spring even gets here so I can enjoy the spring.
Yes. I'm doing a whole series over on my Instagram it's called The Edits. And one of them is like going to be deep cleaning. So if you guys need inspo other than Miss Perkins, then come on over. But I was irritated that people were like politicizing it. I'm like,
she's just cleaning her house. Let it just be her cleaning her house.
Let her help the people clean the damn house, okay? Sometimes like we don't need it to be more than what it is.
We don't need to know everything about everybody.
Okay, right? Exactly. Okay, well, that was long-winded, but my house is getting clean, guys. Okay, Ash, what about you? I feel like you've been like in wedding mode.
Deep in wedding mode. Ugh. So we're coming up on 3 months until the wedding. So
my God, I do not miss that, you guys.
I know. I sent out my invites, which I had this grand idea. Like, let me take these beautiful, regal, elegant, plain invites and let's wrap them in this thing and put a wax seal and a ribbon and all that. Yep. Bruh, when I tell you, it took us like 5 hours to wrap those in the envelopes.
Mine took like 5 weeks because it was just me.
Yeah, no, and I had a team of 5 people doing it too. So it was an hour per person.
Oh my God.
But we got them out. Things are in motion. My dresses will be ready April 26th.
Ooh, the wedding dress too?
Yeah, both.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
It's in motion. My bridal shower is next month.
That reminds me, I need to book my ticket for your actual wedding.
You need to open my invitation. It's still on your counter.
Okay,
unopened.
You know what? Okay. We're deep cleaning.
But I'm glad it got here. It got here in no time.
It got here really quick.
Yeah.
It did get here really quick.
So yeah, I've just been deep in wedding planning mode. It's a little bit stressful, but I'm excited. Every time we make a decision, I'm like, oh my God, it's going to be the best. But yeah, that's really what I've been up to. Between that and like just stressing about life in general.
Wait, what? What's stressing you in general? What?
I don't know. I think the wedding, like because I have the stress of the wedding on my brain, everything else feels so like daunting.
No, literally, that was like, me all last year.
I just feel like my brain,
it's like in the back of your head.
Yeah,
and
like
you get like that until it happens.
It's like every time I get anything done, it feels like, well, that wasn't for the wedding, so it doesn't matter. Or if I get something done for it, like if I spend a bunch of time on wedding stuff, then I'm like, I didn't get anything else done, and then I feel stressed about that. You know?
And it's also, I mean, it's hard because we obviously are running a business, literally our own business.
And I'm like, okay, well, if I slack off on work to do wedding planning stuff, then I'm not gonna have money to pay for the wedding.
No, literally, that was literally me all last year. Like I admitted it on my Instagram. I like did a reintroduction post, and I think I said that I was like, I haven't like been myself, and no, I didn't ask me anything or something.
Yeah,
I don't know, on my Instagram stories, and I said like I didn't hit the goals financially for my business that I wanted to last year because I was so focused on wedding planning.
And honestly,
so give yourself some grace.
Yeah. Also kudos to you because you did a lot of it alone. Like I really am thankful that like Meech is like very involved and like helps a lot.
David's like, whatever you want, babe.
No, Meech says the same. Like he ends like if it's something I want, he'll like whatever. But he actually does like help me and like he helps a lot. So
okay, well,
thanks,
you're making
babe.
it sound like David.
I'm like one of the last people of my friends to get married. Of all of the people I've known that have gotten married recently, Meech is about the only groom that has like he is the anomaly, and I'm just very thankful that I got him.
Meech is like involved in general.
Yeah, he's also just like very creative and like loves that type of stuff.
He likes
so like
that.
He kind of like it's stressing him out too, but he's also kind of enjoying it.
Like it brings him joy. Yeah. I feel like David is like it's one of those things like. It brings him joy to see me happy about it, but he doesn't care if the napkin is cream or
well, I will say Meech like was getting more stressed about like the travel arrangements and like you know that part, and he was like, I don't want to talk about the invites anymore. Let's just figure out the hotel room blocks. And I'm like, I care about the invites though, so I can talk about them forever.
I'm like, okay, boo, well, you
I'm actually not over the invites yet. Like, let's keep talking about.
We haven't moved on to the next step. Okay.
But yeah, so that's what's been going on with me.
We're final countdown.
Yes.
We'll give you guys wedding updates along the way, but...
Yep. Okay, you guys, it is time for CNN.
Do you want funnier one or the more serious one first?
It's a good day. I want the funnier one first.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you made me feel like I answered wrong.
Okay. No. There's no wrong.
Okay.
So, do you know who Billy McFarlane is?
Isn't that Family Guy?
No. No. Does the word Fyre Festival ring a bell?
Oh, yeah. I watched that documentary with Ja Rule. Yeah.
So
what is he up to now? What's Billy up to now?
I have not seen the documentary.
Yeah. But you know what happened.
Of course I know what happened. It was like crazy. If you guys do not know, there was when was it? Like 2017. It was right before the pandemic. I remember that. It was
I think it was like 2019.
2017, 2019, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
But there was basically a fake music festival.
Yeah. They were trying to make it like Coachella on an island and have like all these luxury tents and
like
all
celebrities
that
coming to perform.
Yeah, and like Ja Rule was kind of not necessarily headlining it, but like he was like one of the owners of it too, and it was all a big scam.
It was
like,
a big huge scam.
People came to this island and they were supposed to have like food, and it was like literally like Wonder Bread and cheese.
They literally stayed in like tents.
Yeah, there was like no bathrooms.
There was no water.
Yeah, it was a hot mess.
Okay, so what if I told you, and just so you guys know, Billy McFarlane was the main
one that like was spearheading it.
He was like the guy that like came up with the concept and all of that.
The con artist.
He was the con artist, exactly. So Billy McFarlane spent, I think, like 4 to 5 years in prison.
For that?
Yeah, like because he defrauded all of those people. It was like
out of
millions
their money,
and millions and millions of dollars, okay? So he is now out of prison. What if I told you they were having Fyre Festival 2?
Billy.
I am dead serious. So you guys, I'm so serious.
Is Ja Rule with it?
There is no Ja Rule to be found. Okay.
You know what? Ja Rule is a little bit smarter than Billy. I'll say that.
So I'm literally scrolling and all of a sudden I have a video clip that I want you to play because he did a full-blown interview with the Today Show, you guys.
On the news?
About how he is doing Fyre Festival 2. It is May 30th through June 2nd, I believe.
Thank God I have my wedding. I can't even go.
Okay. It's going to be hosted. You guys, this is the craziest part. I know exactly the island that it's been hosted at because David and I have been there twice.
Where?
It's going to be right off of Cancun in Isla Mujeres. It's a small island off of the coast, right? They're expecting 2,000 people. And I'm like, there's no way that this is going to work. Isla Mujeres is so small. You can go around the whole island in like under 30 minutes.
Where are they even going to fit those people?
That's my point. I'm like,
and it's not like it's just an empty island. Like there's like businesses,
there's like houses and businesses. I'm like, I don't know what's going to.
I mean, but honestly, 2,000 people isn't that many for like a music festival.
Yeah,
but for an island. But then
also they have to like. I'm just like thinking logistically. So everybody has to fly into Cancun, and then they have to do the
drive.
The ferry. It's a ferry.
Oh, from Cancun.
From Cancun, it's like an hour, maybe 45 minutes from Cancun. Yeah. But I'm like, okay, so this is crazy. Okay, so let me show you the video of his interview, and then we will discuss. Okay?
Do people not learn their lesson? Like,
he was in prison for 4.5 years
for doing, and he came out and said, "Let's do it again." Said, "Let's do a wraparound."
Truly. Okay, so I have 2 videos for you. Oh, so the first one is just a TikTok, and I think this kind of explains actually why Billy wanted to do it again.
It's actually happening, and it's been a totally surreal process, but we are going live today. Fyre 2 is real. We have incredible partners. We have a beautiful island location. And my dream is finally becoming a reality.
Her face is so concerned.
Okay, wait. No, I knew you'd be speechless. I was like, okay, we have to elaborate. Like, I can't just show her that one TikTok. You guys, if you are listening or you're watching on YouTube, we're going to put like snippets in, but we will put all of the links of everything in the description. So just keep that in mind so you guys can watch for yourself.
For your references.
Okay. Because this is crazy. Okay. Ready?
Mm-hmm. They didn't even have water. He's hosting a whole festival that he doesn't even know if he can make it to. The man might not even have a passport.
Yes.
Billy don't even know what's going on.
Oh my God, I'm dying.
You're telling me his dreams are becoming a reality, but they have no signed on artists.
Not a single artist is signed.
I want to know how many tickets they've sold.
Okay, and you know what's crazy? So the thing ends with saying that they might be sold out by then. But I did the liberty of going onto the website. But fortunately,
we have plans.
Yeah. It's Ashley's wedding.
Yeah. But I mean, technically we could go and then still make it to the wedding, but
I low-key would have made us go. And I think that that's like the appeal.
Do it for the plot.
Yeah, they're like, no, like,
vlog it.
Yeah, like do it for the plot, right? But I went on to the website. You guys can go
sold
on
out?
the website. No, they're not sold out. But you can have everything from Fyre, the essentials, which is like the
just
basic
ticket. Yeah.
The basic ticket for a 4-day festival is $1,400 per person.
I feel like that's not bad for a 4-day
That does include accommodations,
festival.
I believe. It says there's a number of hotels in the area, blah, 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 blah. Oh my God, wait, that doesn't include accommodations.
Oh no, I was like, no, that like you can't even find a hotel for $1,400 for 4 nights.
Yep. So that's literally just the experience. And then there's a second one that you can get. That's $5,000. That's the next step up. And then the Fyre Phoenix is $25,000. And if you guys want the full Fyre 2 experience, go all in. You can do the best of the best for $1.1 million for a ticket. Keep in mind, no artists are booked.
You're paying over $1 million just to see what happens?
Yes. Okay. Billy might not even be there.
You're paying $1 million for the plot.
Yeah, literally he might not even be able to be there. The guy that's like literally running. It's just like wild. I was like, is this for real right now?
And they let him on the news to say all that.
Yes, literally. And okay, so and then at the end, Savannah Guthrie and like all these like newscasters are like, one of the guys on the Today Show was like, you know what? Some people deserve to get scammed. Al Roker's like, do you want to take that back, Craig? It was Craig Melvin. He's like, do you want to take that? He's like, no, I'm not taking that back. If you buy a ticket for that, that's stupid.
No, that's,
and I was like, honestly,
I'm going with Craig on this one. If you believe that you're actually going to get anything about this experience, you deserve to have your money taken by this man.
Isn't that wild?
He doesn't have any talent.
Like,
there's no talent. Like he just has an idea, and don't we all just have ideas?
Okay, but here's the bigger overarching thing is he owes so much money in restitution that I think that's what this whole thing is about. He's like trying to
but like
he's gonna do it again. I don't understand. Now he's gonna make more.
He's just gonna snowball his restitution payments until he dies.
No, literally. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't know why, but I had to get your reaction. Isn't that wild?
Unfortunately, there's this thing in the world called free will. And once you do your time, you also get that back. Unfortunately, for some individuals, you can just do whatever you want after you do your time. And Billy decides to do it all over again.
Literally, it's his dream, you guys. It's his dream. But he said he might be crying from a computer watching if he can't go to Mexico. So I guess we're just going to have to find out what happens. It's going to be June.
I know someone that's just as delusional and crazy that might be able to give him a pardon so he can go to Mexico.
Oh, that's true. That's true. But I think it's up to Mexico to let him in, right? Like when you immigration. Oh,
he can't travel because of being a felon.
Okay, got it.
So it would be up to the government to let him.
The plot thickens. We'll give you guys updates, but yeah, absolutely wild.
Anyway, hit me with the next one because it's funny, but it's also spooky.
It's disturbing.
Fyre is scary at the end of the day. Okay, Carlene, I have an update for you about your last CNN.
What was it?
Okay, so the South African immigrant that's apparently running our country now, what's it called? Starlink?
No, that's the internet one.
SpaceX blew up over Turks and Caicos. Right?
Yeah, if you guys didn't watch the first or the second episode, we talked about it.
So yesterday I'm scrolling on Instagram and what do I see? Apparently, the Federal Aviation Agency or whatever it is will now be using Starlink internet for all plane communications. Or I don't know the exact term, but they're going to be using Starlink internet to control our planes.
Sounds like a terrible idea.
The same internet that's used for SpaceX, the rockets that blew up.
Sounds like a great idea, Ashley. What is going on?
And listen, I'm putting my tinfoil hat on. If you're listening and you can't see, I'm putting my tinfoil hat on to be a little bit of a conspiracy theorist. I don't know about you, but I don't think that they would have agreed to use Starlink internet for all the plane systems without testing it first. And how do you think those tests went if they started them after the inauguration, considering all of the plane incidents that we've had since January? Is that Starlink internet's fault? Possibly. I don't know. You got more?
I wish I could say I was surprised, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah, me neither. Anyway, you got another CNN breaking news story for me?
This one's a little disturbing.
I mean, honestly, that first one was kind of disturbing.
Okay, but I'm scared to show you this one.
Okay, so
remember how I told you that I feel like there's going to be another pandemonium.
Yeah, I kind of saw a little something about this.
So I'm just going to play this for you.
I avoided it when I saw the word. I just said no.
We all have like post-traumatic stress.
I literally was like, I can't deal with this right now. Maybe tomorrow I'll read about it.
Okay, here it is. This is like, I will say the way that he presents it is kind of funny.
All right, diseases, quick update. Hey, I'm COVID-19. Stop, we don't care about you. You didn't let me finish. I'm COVID-19 too. Oh. Discovered in China by Batwoman, I'm a coronavirus that can spread among humans. Hang on a sec. Discovered by Batwoman? Yes, she's the leading virologist. Humans are so unserious. And I can infect people the same way the original COVID-19 did, so... You could become a pandemic? Speaking of pandemics, yes, bird flu. I hear you're doing great work. A virologist said if H5N1 and H1N1 mix, I could wipe out humanity. Wasn't Batwoman, was it? No, but I can now also travel up to 5 miles by wind. And why does that matter? Come on, a disease that can go long distances through the air? But your bird flu. You can fly. Oh yeah. Band-Aids here, and you're not a disease, you're a bandage. Yeah, but I can cause cancer by getting into people's bloodstreams. Don't they put you on bloodstreams? Exactly. You can stay. It's Ebola! Always funny. There's cases of me in New York City from people who had travelled to Madagascar. Diseases from a cartoon. Now we're in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. A deadlier strain of me has been found in Ireland and New York. Is it still racist to call you monkeypox? Roman salutes are back. I don't think anything's racist anymore. And measles here. Legend. Texas is having the biggest outbreak of me in decades. That's great, but how when there's been a vaccine for you for over 100 years? People don't like to listen to scientists now. They listen to a heroin addict that says vaccines don't work. Oh, right, they're dumb.
Okay, so that
was a lot of information.
Sorry, girl. Okay, so I do an article to accompany it. So he in his TikTok says that
this is the difference between me and you. I'm like, I'm just gonna spit off the top of the dome. I'm gonna tell you the tea, and you're like, I've got this article and I've got this news source,
okay,
and I've MLA formatted it.
Okay, I need to have first primary sources, okay, because we over here are not speaking pop culture. We're speaking about the news.
Okay,
at CNN, but. Ironically, this is from CNN, the real one. So they said scientists have identified a new coronavirus in bats, but it's not a public threat.
Oh, okay.
Didn't they say that about the first one?
Yeah, got a point there, girl.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Definitely got a point there.
I'm just saying, you guys, does this not sound like deja vu? I'm just going to read the first couple sentences. Mm-hmm. Okay, I might paraphrase them, but again, I'll link the article below. Scientists at the Wuhan Institute of Virology in China have discovered a new lineage of a coronavirus in bats that can enter human cells in a similar fashion of SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes COVID-19, according to the recently published study. But there are no reported infections in humans, and experts say it's not currently a threat to the public health.
I can't do this anymore.
It's funny, but it's not. But like literally, I'm like, okay, so let me get this straight.
It's the end of February.
Let me get this straight, though.
Almost March. I'm scared, Carlene.
Okay, I know, girl. Literally, I was thinking about this and I was like, okay, is this not the exact same place that they discovered?
Yes. That sounds very familiar.
Okay, right. Does this not give like the exact same vibe? It's not a threat yet, guys. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Don't worry, guys.
We're just gonna wear a mask. Yeah, we're just gonna take 2 weeks off.
Yeah, everybody.
Here we are 5 years later, back at the start.
What the hell?
God. You guys wash your hands.
Please wash your hands. Get your vaccines, okay? Please.
Be careful, you guys.
The TikTok said a little bit of misinformation because he did say that it can spread in humans. They have not confirmed that yet, but there's a second COVID-19 that has come out from the same exact virology lab in Wuhan, China. Yay!
And to that, I will say the same thing I said about Fyre Festival too. Do people not learn their lesson?
Apparently not. But all I have to say is, what was your like COVID moment? Like like when you had like a breakdown, because I have a very specific moment where I was like,
I don't think I ever had a breakdown.
Oh, I did.
Oh, I know yours. But mine was, so basically Meech and I went on vacation to Colombia. And
during the pandemic?
No. It was like right.
It was like,
we went to Colombia.
Don't tell people this. Actually.
The first week of March.
Uh-huh. Oh.
The first week of March, we got home March 11th.
Oh my God.
It was us and an older couple on our flight home, and we were the only people wearing masks. and there was this other guy like making fun of the old couple for wearing masks, like, oh, like you don't have to do that, like it's all bullshit, blah blah blah. And when I tell you, this like 80-something-year-old man bucked up to this like juice head Guido Jersey guy, and he was like, calm down, you don't have to talk to us. And I was like, go off, old man.
Okay, but like joke's on you, buddy.
And I was like, yeah, you see how he confronted the old man and didn't say nothing to Meech? Because I dare him. Yeah,
I was gonna say Meech would have thrown hands. Okay, yeah,
but anyway,
that's when you knew it was serious.
Well, okay, so we went to Colombia. We got an Airbnb, right? The Airbnb didn't have hot water. Said that nowhere in the listing. Oh God, so we contact the owner or like the host or whatever, and she's like, that's everywhere in Cartagena, and like you're not gonna get hot water anywhere. And we're like, you didn't think to maybe put that in the listing?
Like literally just a little something, something.
So we're like, no, we're getting out of here. We find a hotel that had very hot water, might I add. Very hot.
Like too hot?
Scalding.
Okay.
Even.
It was too hot.
And we're like, okay, well, I want my money back for this Airbnb. Like, that. So I'm literally on the phone for hours during this vacation trying to get through to Airbnb to get a refund because everybody else at the same time was like, calling to try to cancel their upcoming trips because of COVID.
Because this is like when everything was like going, like it was literally, because I had a few events planned and I was supposed to go to Boston and they were like, you're absolutely not doing that.
So we're in Colombia, and then the night before we fly home, they get the first case of COVID in Colombia the night before we fly home. And I'm like, we got to get out of here.
Let me get out of here, boo-boo.
Like, please take me home. So we get home and we stood home. We got home March 11th and we didn't leave the house for like months.
Okay. I think we went on vacation like a year later, or no, maybe like 6 months. It was definitely controversial. We went to Arizona and we had like 5 of our friends there, and we all like
tested.
We all just like hung out there at the Airbnb, but I was even like regretting it. I was like, this is like not worth it if we get it, you know what I mean? But my moment,
no, the cancel culture of like doing anything back then was I mean, we needed to be like it was you needed to
we
just
shouldn't
not,
have gone. But my whole moment was when I cried in the shower, you guys. I think I already said this story, but I cried. No, did I don't know. Maybe
you told me many times.
I was gonna say you guys, David was like, okay, it's fine, it is what it is, and I was like, no, it's not fine. So I was like going around trying to like stock up on like things that I was like obsessed with. And because my ADHD, I have like the hyperfixations, and I was very hyperfixated at the time on bean and cheese burritos. Okay. Like I would have like 2 to 3 a day. Like what is wrong with me? I don't know.
Meech and I were eating like toddlers, like chicken nuggets and pizza rolls.
Yeah, no,
for,
like
so
I have
much
hyperfixations, and now that I'm thinking about it, like I low key want to go get some more beans and cheese. Okay, anyway, I literally had a breakdown in the shower. I'm talking like sobbing, like you know that like sobbing when like somebody dies or like you get broken up with, like that's the kind of sobbing
like
I was
heartbroken
doing.
Sob.
No, like a heartbroken sob, just like like just full on
ugly
sobbing,
crying,
like in the shower. And David comes in, he's like, are you okay? Like, what is going on? And I was like, I don't think I got enough beans. And he was like, you're insane. And
he probably just was like, okay, and walked out.
That was my COVID-19 moment. I was like,
your COVID breakdown.
I was like, what if they don't get more beans? What am I going to do? Anyway, yeah, I don't know if I can.
I mean, I definitely cried during COVID, but I don't think I had like a moment where it's like, I don't have a moment like that.
I do also remember drunkenly trying to dance to Say So.
Weren't we all? Weren't we
Still can't do the dance.
No,
okay, but
I can't do any of the TikTok dances.
Those were my CNN. So I told you one was funny and one was serious, because it's like, it's funny, but it's not.
I take Fyre 2 very seriously, and that man needs to be put back in prison. And I'm standing 10 toes down on that. Billy McFarland is a menace to society, and he needs to be put away. Like, why are they letting him do this?
I had no idea that you had such. You know what? I'm actually very surprised that like part of his agreement isn't he can never run a festival again.
Why was that not part of the sentencing?
No, literally. Like, judge, we need to talk to you.
Like a non-compete, but like for.
No, literally. I think he's getting maybe, and if it was, I wonder if it's like he's getting around it because he's technically not the one that is running it now.
Yeah, like
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know, you guys, but that's my CNN.
But the fact that anybody would partner with him is insane.
It's insane. It's truly wild.
No, it's kind of like Elon Musk. Like,
no, the whole thing's crazy. What I feel like we're in not the Twilight Zone. We're like in a parallel universe.
No, like I don't understand how white men keep getting away with this. They prove that they can't do something, and people keep asking them to do it.
I literally don't know. I was talking to my mom about that. I was talking about how you were like saying how Tesla, we can't even get this man can't even build a car yet. We're gonna trust him with a rocket. She's like, you know what she said? She's like, that's a good point. I was like, it's so true.
I fear it's common sense.
It really is, but apparently sense is not so common. But those are my CNN.
Those are good.
Cheers.
Cheers, Carlene. Margarita break.
Margarita break.
Well, you're having a Cosmo today.
Okay, I'm excited for the Super Scoop.
It's Super Scoop time.
So you have 2 as well?
I have 2. And kind of like yours, one of them's funny and one of them's like not very funny.
Okay, well, unlike you, I want the not funny one first.
Good, because I feel like you're going to eat this one up.
Okay, I'm like, I want the not funny, and then we end on the funny. Like,
okay, this one's actually pretty sad.
Okay. Oh,
so, hold on. In the words of the famous Keke Palmer, I'm sorry to that man.
I don't know who that is.
Keke Palmer? Carlene. Keke Palmer.
I don't know who Keke Palmer is.
The way I want to fight you right now, bro.
I'm sure I'd love her. I just don't know her.
Aquila and the Bee?
Mm-mm.
Call the FBI!
Background check Carly right now.
Background check this woman.
Unfortunately, you guys, everybody at the FBI is fired, so they're not coming.
Okay, so we have a mysterious death.
Okay. I feel like there's been a lot of people that are randomly dying. We literally just sat down and RIP, what's her name? Michelle Trachtenberg?
Buffy, yeah.
She just died. Literally, like we just sat down for this podcast.
Michelle.
Yeah, like what the heck?
Okay.
Roberta Flack died.
Anyway.
You're about to tell me about somebody else that died?
Okay. Celebrity hairstylist Jesus Guerrero.
Okay, wait. I literally saw it, but I didn't look into it too much.
Okay, so Jesus Guerrero is a celebrity hairstylist, very big in LA.
He's Kylie's stylist, right?
Yeah, mostly known because him and Kylie were like super tight.
Okay.
He did her hair and they became like really close because obviously Kylie has glam all the time and she spends a lot of time with her glam team. So Jesus Guerrero goes to Dubai, to Abu Dhabi and to Dubai with none other than Jennifer Lopez.
Okay, first of all, let's pause.
Yeah.
I have thoughts.
Already, I know you do.
Why is everybody going to Dubai all the time? Okay.
They got money out there.
Okay, but
that
I'm
Middle
saying,
East money is crazy.
Onijah Robinson's going to Dubai. We got this celebrity hairstylist going to Dubai.
Dubai's a big topic on the Super Scoop, apparently.
Okay, so
I gotta go to Dubai so I can figure it out.
You know, seriously, everybody's always going to Dubai.
Yeah.
I do not like J-Lo. Okay, with everything in me. So you guys,
you're an A-Lo girl, not a J-Lo girl.
If you guys don't know, I am like a big Mariah Carey stan. So I think we did talk about that. This is like the one person I'd flip out if I met. And by flip out, I just mean like hyperventilate and cry.
Fangirl, yeah.
Yeah. And when she said, I don't know her. No, I do not know her either. I never was like, and Jenny, girl, you're not from the block. Girl, go to the hood real quick. Go back and see how you survive.
Carlene, Carlene, you're from Seattle. Please.
Girl, I can still throw down.
Carlene, you're from
still
Seattle.
Throw down, okay, I can still throw down in the Bronx. Okay, I'm just saying. Take me there for a day.
Have you ever been to the Bronx?
Yes, girl.
Oh.
We had Ulta Beauties out there.
You don't know who Keke Palmer is, but you've been to the Bronx.
Okay,
that's shocking.
I don't need your judgment.
No, it's shocking is all. Anyway,
did I lock my doors? Yes. Okay. You don't want to invite the trouble. However,
you see,
I could survive.
You see, I'm from Brooklyn. We always lock our doors. It doesn't matter where you are. Even in Seattle, I'm locking my doors. You see, that's the difference.
Okay, not a bad idea. So already we're off to a terrible start.
So he goes to Abu Dhabi and Dubai because
this is the man that died?
Yeah, to do J-Lo's hair for her 2 performances.
Oh, Lord.
And he apparently, are you ready?
No.
Contracts pneumonia.
Are we sure it's not COVID-19?
Contracts pneumonia. And the entire team after the performance, he's too sick to fly. Everybody leaves him there.
Okay, first of all, I have more thoughts. Wasn't J-Lo connected with Diddy? And doesn't everybody mysteriously die around Diddy with pneumonia? I'm just saying.
That's exactly why I was like, Carlene's going to love this story.
You guys, I'm so deep into the diddler situation. Like,
dude.
Wait, what?
Also, this man is like 30 years old. Who dies from pneumonia in 2025 at 30 years old?
Okay.
This isn't 1842.
Okay,
it's 2025.
Not to be like weird, but I don't know if this is going to be weird, but my dad actually had leukemia. Okay, you guys, not to like get gruesome, but
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. He actually didn't die of leukemia though, of cancer. He actually died of pneumonia.
But he was already sick.
But he was sick and he literally was compromised. His immune system was compromised from all of the treatment.
So it's not that you it's not that you can't get pneumonia.
It's not normal.
But pneumonia is
to die from pneumonia.
No, pneumonia is very treatable.
Is it? Yeah, pneumonia is like the flu.
Yes, like you take a pill, you rest for a couple days, and you're good. You don't like nobody's getting pneumonia and fearing for their life, except for celebrities apparently. Except if you know J-Lo or P Diddy apparently.
Was anybody else sick?
No.
Wait, what?
Nobody else was sick. He contracted pneumonia and died of it in Dubai. Like he wasn't sick before he went.
This is before or after he did her hair?
After. She left after her last performance. And the team stayed for like and stayed and flew out the next day, but he was too sick to fly, so they all left.
So they left him there?
Yes. So then he dies, and his sister,
is his body just there?
His sister posts on social media that her brother Jesus is dead, and posts a GoFundMe link to like try to get money to bring his body home to Texas.
I'm sure Kylie's helping.
When I first heard about this story, Kylie hadn't said anything yet.
Yeah.
And it was maybe like 24 hours after. So everybody was like giving her about like not saying anything.
Okay, what is she supposed to say something within the first 20 minutes? Like,
well,
give this girl a day.
Since Kylie has been she's made a statement saying, you know, they were really close. It really shook her, but she can't imagine like if it's affecting her that much, how his family feels. Yeah. And she basically covered all the expenses to fly his body home and for the funeral and everything. So shout out to Kylie.
Kylie, that's amazing. And yes, honestly, every celebrity like should take note because that's what she should do in that situation.
So here's my thing, right?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't J-Lo do that?
Exactly. I was going to say, hold on.
He was there with you.
Pause. Yeah.
Like, why did Kylie even have the opportunity? Like, there was enough time passed for Kylie to even have the opportunity to do that. Why didn't J-Lo step up and like do anything?
You
like,
already know what I'm going to say.
She would have been the first celebrity to have known about it since it was her trip. And she was the reason he was there.
It is because it's J-Lo. And J-Lo, I hope you're listening to this podcast one day. You're okay.
Oh my God. I didn't want to say all that. But for me,
don't worry, girl.
I don't want to say all that. But for me, J-Lo is very much so one of those like don't meet your hero situations where it's
is she your hero?
I mean, she's a Puerto Rican woman.
Okay, so
it's one of those things that it's like
there's a lot of Jamaican people I don't want to meet.
It's just one of those things where it's like she is so successful. And like, it would have been amazing for her to just also be a good person. Like, it would have been great if she could have just also been a good person.
I feel like success is very subjective because is she successful or
you can't say J-Lo isn't successful.
She's successful
just objectively.
I'm saying, or was she set up in a very like? There's a lot of people who, you know, in the music industry, right? Like, for example, Cassie, right? Maybe she was given some of Cassie's songs to do.
Oh, 100, no, 100%.
Allegedly, I'm not saying like that.
No, it's very well known that like most of J-Lo's like hits.
She's not actually good at singing.
No, it's very well known in the music industry that like most of J-Lo's like top hits were actually meant for Ashanti.
There you go. So that's my point.
Written by Ashanti.
Okay, so there you go. That's what I'm saying. Objectively, is she really successful,
but I will,
or is it because Ashanti just died and she's not there?
Ashanti's not dead.
Oh,
what did you? Ashanti just had a baby with Nelly. What are you talking about?
My bad. I was singing Aaliyah.
Oh my God. Ashanti, we love you.
My bad. My bad, girl.
Nelly.
I really don't know anybody.
Anyway.
I feel like I'm improving this on this podcast one episode at a time.
This is why we need the podcast, you guys. I need to teach her because she doesn't know Keke Palmer. She thought Ashanti was dead. What's going on here?
I don't know.
You just objectively, you cannot.
She has done very well for herself. However, yes. I would say that I would not.
No, but there's a difference
when I think of success, I don't think of J-Lo.
I do.
I don't. Because I think
I think maybe you're confusing success with talent.
But I think they're intertwined.
I think that a lot of talented people can be successful, but not all of them. And a lot of successful people are talented, but not all of them.
I guess.
You just don't like J-Lo, which is fine, which is completely fine. But you can't say that she doesn't work hard.
I feel like all she does is work, to be honest, because
that's
exactly why her marriage failed.
It's almost like she needs to hang it up and take a break.
Like J-Lo, nobody's coming to your concerts, girl. Okay, nobody's coming. They're not sold out. People are dying left and right. Okay,
your glam team is dying.
Like, come on, it's a sign. Like, how many signs do you need?
Like, your literal glam team is dying for you to scream "Let's Get Loud" in Abu Dhabi. Like, that's not okay.
But also, nobody wants to hear you sing "Let's Get Loud."
I'll never forget
in Abu Dhabi.
Joe Biden, why did you do that to us? Why the did J-Lo scream "Let's Get Loud" at the inauguration? Do you remember that?
I don't remember that. I don't feel like I watched the inauguration for that.
For Biden?
No, I didn't watch that.
Yeah, J-Lo sang the national anthem and she also screamed "Let's Get Loud" at the inauguration.
No, let's not get loud.
And I fear like maybe that was a fever dream and I'm remembering it wrong, but I also fear that that was 100%
I mean, your memory is better than mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we're moving on. Anyway,
Okay,
rest in peace, Jesus Guerrero.
But
I think it's sketchy.
His body is back in the States now.
I'm not sure if it's like currently, but it like Kylie paid for everything. His body's
It is
good.
sketchy.
Yeah,
and everything we say is alleged. So there is that.
Yeah. So I don't know if his body is currently in the States right now, but do your Googles. Obviously,
Do your
Googles. All that information will be there because, also we record these a week before we release them. So there's probably updates by now.
We'll give you guys updates.
Do your Googles, but rest in peace, Jesus.
That's so sad.
I feel so horrible for his family.
Do you have a picture of him? I want to see a picture.
Yeah, he's honestly a gorgeous, gorgeous man
Let me
with
see.
gorgeous, gorgeous hair.
I mean, I would hope so. He's a celebrity.
Beautiful.
Oh.
Like,
oh my gosh,
yes.
he's gorgeous.
He literally looks like if Jesus was Mexican.
In
the
he
best way
looks
possible.
Asian to me.
His name
Whatever.
is Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Very fitting name. He looks like a god.
He does. Wow.
No. Gorgeous, gorgeous man.
Okay,
Apparently
well.
he was really like all of the celebrities that have come out and said anything about him have said nothing but kind words. Like apparently he was a really, really great guy.
Okay, you guys, I'm just opening up the TikTok and I just want to read off a few comments to see
What
if
did they say?
Okay, the first comment.
Yeah.
J-Lo is an awful selfish person. Agreed. Okay, next comment. Kim Porter also died of pneumonia. Just saying.
Just saying.
We're just saying.
Just saying.
Third comment. The fact that celebrities are all dying of pneumonia, that's definitely something to dig into. No, like for real. I just don't get it.
Hello. Like y'all, like literally Magic Johnson was cured of AIDS, but these are dying of pneumonia.
It's crazy.
Like that doesn't make any sense.
Like it's crazy. Oh, somebody actually says, how do you leave a crew member in another country sick? Why isn't J-Lo saying anything about this? So has J-Lo made a statement?
No, not that I've seen. This wasn't like today. This was like a couple days ago.
Okay. So for me, that just proves the kind of person that J-Lo is. There you go. You can't even make a statement about the person that literally did your hair 3 days ago at your stupid Let's Get Loud concert.
And I don't believe that this was like his first time working with her. I think that he's done her hair plenty of times before.
Yeah, that's just f***ed up.
It is f***ed up, honestly. Like I hope she's at least spoken to the family.
R.I.P. Jesus.
Oh, Rebecca's got an update. Pass her the mic.
Okay, Rebecca, what's the update, girl?
Hit us with the update, Rebecca.
J-Lo has in fact made a post about Jesus.
What does it say?
Jesus. It's no surprise your mother gave you the name Jesus. You were gentle and kind and loving, quiet and unassuming, but so powerful, and your presence was felt the minute you walked into any room. You never demanded the spotlight. You never needed to make a sound to be recognized. Your heart and your talent did that as effortlessly as your artistry did. I've been having trouble putting the words together the past few days. The truth is, I'm still in shock that a beautiful young life has come to an end. It seems senseless and unfair. I know your family is brokenhearted, as I am, and everyone else who knew you. Your spirit moved on to the next phase beyond this life. I know wherever you are, there is beauty and light, and the beauty and light you left here will live on forever. Rest in peace, sweet angel, ... Broken heart emoji.
Not the broken heart emoji. Some things don't require an emoji, you guys.
I hate her.
Some things do not require an emoji.
I just I wish you just wouldn't have said anything at all.
That's like putting a tombstone emoji after RIP. Like we get it.
like he's
you
dead.
Didn't need to illustrate it with an emoji. No, I just think like that's one of those things where it's like you don't take any more than 24 hours. You don't take more than 12 hours to respond.
Yeah, you didn't need to write all that.
You could have had your assistant write that.
You could have had ChatGPT.
You could have ChatGPT'd that if you were at a loss for words. And they probably would have done a better job. They wouldn't have put an emoji.
I just don't like it.
It's just one of the, like,
okay,
J-Lo, get a better team.
J-Lo, kick rocks.
Your publicist should have been on your line within 30 minutes and been like, you need to post about this ASAP.
Literally.
Especially knowing that J-Lo's like public image has gone down the past couple of years because of
It's not gone down. It is literally in the shitter.
What I'm saying is like J-Lo has...
With her weird documentary that she made about herself.
Yeah,
that was
exactly.
weird.
Like, you know,
Weirdo.
people are just looking for you to... You need to be on it at all times. And that's
literally.
Just... R.I.P.
Anyway,
Jesus. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Jesus. What is the next Super Scoop? So I'm so glad we did the sad one first. Now I get a funny one.
Do you remember the girl that went on Dr. Phil and said, "Cash me outside. How about that?"
Isn't that Bad Bunny?
Bad Baby.
That's what I meant.
No!
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Yeah. Catch me outside. How about that?
So, Bad Baby. Her name is Danielle.
So the only thing I know about her is the Dr. Phil thing.
Yeah.
And then obviously that's, she blew up. And then when the day she turned 18, she like made $1 million overnight on OnlyFans or something like that, which was insane.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
Those are the two things I know about
So
her.
a lot has happened since
but
then.
I have no idea what she looks like now. Nothing.
So a lot has happened for Danielle since then. And currently what's happening with her is that she is in a rap beef with none other than Alabama Barker, Travis Barker's daughter.
Okay, so I went on an Alabama Barker deep dive
Did you?
like a month ago.
Okay, I'm glad you didn't do it this week because there's so much more.
No, so I do know who Alabama Barker is only because I went on a deep dive because I was like, who the is this girl? And I was like, because people are accusing her of like wanting to be black and da-da-da-da. And I like went on a deep dive because I was like, is she? And I was just like,
now I'm confused.
I was so fascinated, but she like, basically it's this, okay, I do love, is it Shanna Mogler?
Yeah.
She's a hot
her
mess.
mom. So Alabama Barker's mom is Shanna Mogler, who is Travis Barker's first wife, ex-wife.
Yeah. And I always like, there's something about her. I really do like her like vibe, but I know she's
I
like
don't
a
know.
up. She's a
I don't know anything about her now,
allegedly.
but I remember when they had, I think the show was called like Meet the Barkers or something, the reality show.
Yeah.
And that was always in bed.
Literally that was one of the things that
every
people said.
episode she was in that big California King
But she was also
bed.
like pregnant.
She was pregnant. Travis Barker was not clean then. So she's dealing with a rock star husband with substance abuse issues.
Yeah.
She was probably going through a lot. She probably had postpartum.
I mean, honestly, so I get why.
I don't
Shanna
know
is
anything
messed
about
up.
her now, to be honest.
Yeah.
I know that like her kids, like a lot of her kids like don't with her now.
Okay, so anyway, I went on this deep dive and she basically is like, yeah, like of course the Kardashians can give more than I can give and blah, 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 blah. Honestly, like I would feel weird about it too. Like it's weird. The whole thing's weird.
It's very rare that your ex-wife is going to like your new wife. The mother of your children is going to like the new woman in your life. Yeah, it's very rare.
Here's my thoughts on Alabama Barker before we dive in, because I don't know anything much about her, is, girl, why are you wearing wigs? Okay, you don't need to wear a wig every damn day. Like that sounds exhausting. I don't
even want to get into that part of it.
I just want to say, if you guys don't know Alabama Barker, you guys should look her up because she literally looks like a 30-year-old star, and she's like maybe 19. Okay.
Yeah, she's really young. I don't know how old, but she's super young.
And we'll throw up a picture of those of you guys that are watching on YouTube, because like this is why I like started getting on the deep dive, because I was fascinated. I was like, what is
And then
happening?
you're like, wait a second.
And she didn't look like that 3 years ago.
Yeah. And then you're also like, wait, who's your dad again?
Yeah, I was like so confused.
Wait, your dad's who?
She's just a very fascinating, polarizing person.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
Like,
but I know nothing about her other than that. Okay, wait, she raps? I missed that one on the deep dive.
We know, so Bad Baby, she, after the Cash Me Outside thing, she rose to fame because she was rapping, she was modeling, she was doing OnlyFans.
I've never heard a song. Do you have a song handy that I can hear?
Well, I'm going to play the diss track.
Oh.
Yeah. Because there's multiple at this point from both of them.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. So, okay.
Ooh, I'm going to rate them.
So here's the tea. This is why the girls are beefing, Alabama and Danielle. Danielle has a baby.
Already?
She's like 23, so it's not.
Okay.
Danielle has a baby with a man. Don't remember his name. We're just going to call him the baby daddy.
Okay, baby daddy.
I don't think it's really that important who he is.
Okay.
And Danielle and Alabama used to be friends, right?
Why is it it's always,
yeah. So then Danielle goes on her Instagram story and tags Alabama Barker, black screen, at Alabama Barker stole my man.
Wait, what?
Yes, at Alabama Barker stole my man. Black screen posted out on her stories. Tagged her. Not just wrote her name, tagged her.
That is something I would do. I'd be like,
I mean, if you're going to call it, don't sub me.
No, literally, at me.
Don't sub me, at me.
If you're not going to come and see my face in real life, I'm going to tag your
Yeah.
And if you're going to block me, I'm going to figure out a way for you to get the message.
So apparently,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wait, was she blocked? So like, did Alabama even see it?
Or no. Like, she wasn't blocked. No, she saw it. You can't tag somebody if they have you blocked.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's true. Okay.
So she tagged her. Alabama Barker stole my man. She's talking about her baby daddy.
That's crazy.
Alabama Barker comes back and basically says,
wait, there is no man that you can steal, though.
First of all.
Yeah, first of all. Let's just say that. Okay,
you can't steal a man. He was willing to go.
Yeah, goodbye.
Yeah, that's a bar for anybody that needed it.
Yeah.
You can't steal a man. He was willing to go.
No, literally. Repeat that again.
For those in the back, you can't steal a man. He was willing to go. So Alabama comes back with, the whole long text on the screen. And she's basically like,
another black text.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she basically tells the story about, I don't really know that dude. I went to Vegas with like a group of friends. He happened to be in the group of friends. And when we were in the club, he threw a bottle at my head.
What?
Yes. He threw a bottle at my head. So I don't know why you would think I would ever like bring myself low enough to, you know, even engage with some
throwing bottles at people's heads.
I don't know.
In Vegas nightclubs, I feel like they would shut that down real quick.
I don't know. Well,
okay, anyway.
I don't know.
That's
but
irrelevant, but
she basically was like, why the hell would I ever want to talk to him, let alone steal him from you when he literally assaulted me?
Like literally. Not everybody wants that. Bad baby, whatever the hell.
So then Alabama also said, like, no, he has been coming onto me, texting me.
Oh, Alabama said this to her.
Yes.
On the thing?
So Alabama's like, no, he's been coming onto me. He's been deceiving me. He tried to, basically she was saying like he deceived me into believing he was somebody else, and he's been pursuing me, posted screenshots of him reaching out to her and saying that they weren't together and blah, 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 blah.
Ew.
Yeah. And then Bad Baby comes out with a diss track and basically says like, no, I'm doubling down. You definitely stole my man. And also you have had relations with Tyga. You know Tyga, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Isn't that Kylie Jenner's man?
X-Man. X from like when she was underage. That was really, what a wild time to be alive. Anyway,
Alabama Barker's young too. So
yes.
it's all tracks. Okay.
And Tyga may still look like he's 16, but that man is about to hit
age.
40 or some
what?
older than us. So Danielle is now saying that Alabama Barker had relations with Tyga, got pregnant, and got rid of it.
Wait, that's a huge accusation.
Yes.
Wait, what?
And she was trying to say, I saw the sonograms, so I know. First of all, girl, why?
Wait, what?
Tyga came out and said, no, that never happened. Alabama Barker was like, no, that never happened. I've never been pregnant a day in my life.
Wait, what?
And I feel like that's like, I don't know. I feel like that's a valid rumor because of the world that they're in, but there's literally like, there's no way to prove it for real.
Yeah. Well, first of all, there's no way to prove it, but also like that's, why are you?
And Alabama said like, I've actually never even been in a room alone with Tyga.
But also like you're coming out swinging. Like, can you find like something a little lower first to start with the diss track?
Also, like
you don't want to throw out a biggest accusation first. That's like a third diss track material.
You know, my whole thing about this is like, why are y'all coming at each other and not at that man?
That's a good point.
The common denominator here is him.
The man cheated, not Alabama. But also Alabama didn't even cheat with him.
Exactly.
So what the hell?
She actually didn't do anything. So then Bad Baby comes out with another diss track.
Wait, did Alabama respond to the first one or no?
Yeah, she came out with a diss. I actually haven't listened to any of them because I really don't care.
Okay,
like,
fair.
But this last diss track I did hear because the only reason I even got into this whole tea is because somebody made a video with the audio and was like, Bad Baby really like got her with this one. And I was like, what is even happening? So Bad Baby's latest diss track is over a sample of a Kanye West song. She's coming for the family now.
Oh God.
She's coming for the family now.
Really?
And apparently,
I don't feel like this is gonna end well.
And so then everybody thinks this diss track is fire. Everybody's like, yeah, Alabama, you should have stayed in your lane. You should have stayed in Calabasas. You never wanted this fight. You should have never started it. You should just sit down and go back to being white. This is what other people. This is not.
Yeah.
People are literally saying this.
Yeah, this is not Ashley's
not me paraphrasing. People are saying
people.
that.
This is what's in the comment section, guys.
And then Danielle goes and posts a screenshot of like text of what she says is from Kanye and Bianca Censori, his wife. And it says, "I'm gonna play you some of the diss track because
this is the third diss track.
Well, this
second diss track.
I think so. I didn't keep count.
There's too many diss tracks.
I don't know what number this is, but I know apparently this is the one that's the best. This is the one that's really
this
like...
is the one that Kanye West is co-signing, allegedly.
Yes, allegedly.
Okay, so
let's play
I'm scared.
We'll watch it
I
full
hate
screen.
diss tracks. I like cringe every time.
Do you notice anything from this video? Who does that drummer look like?
Travis Barker. She looks like she's wearing a trash bag.
She said, keep my baby daddy's name out your mouth or I'll Will Smith it.
I don't get it.
Will Smith went on stage and slapped Chris Rock.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys.
Okay, editors, I'm going to need a clip of all of the times me and Rebecca are disappointed in Carlene not knowing something. That's the clip I need. Thank you.
I'm sorry, guys. Wait, what? And then there was another line that Ashley just said.
Oh, she said, I know you ain't a model, give that flow right back to Lotto. Lotto is a female rapper. She said, stop just copying Lotto's flow.
She put on Tiger and killing babies. I see the sonogram. Flex like me, wanna be just like me. But I got plex on plex on plex. Like
Okay, I understood that one.
She said, she Tyga killing babies. I seen the sonogram.
That one's pretty good. I just got chills.
like Soldier Boy T. Dye your hair like me. We're not me. They you back to back to back. That could never be me. Ain't speaking fast. She made me laugh. I call her Marlon Wayne.
Good twerk.
Not us jamming to Danielle.
I low key love it.
I think we're team Danielle. I think we're team Bad Baby.
Well, I haven't heard. Give me a little snippet of Alabama's.
I didn't even listen, so let's find it.
Let's listen.
I'm gonna be very real. She did it on a Kanye beat. I kind of want her to win.
Okay, you and your Kanye obsession. I cannot.
Is she just repeating herself?
Yeah.
Oh, I think we're watching it on a loop, and I didn't realize.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no, but there's one thing that she said. Oh no, there was another thing that she was like. Hold on. She said something like, I was watching a video yesterday at the end. She said, you think I would tell you anything that's funny? I wouldn't even tell you what color my socks are.
What?
She said, you think I would tell you anything that's funny? I wouldn't even tell you what color my socks are. That's
corny as hell.
That's actually funny as hell.
Okay, wait, but I just want to hear Alabama,
Okay,
and then
go.
I'll tell you guys. Okay, I will say that one kind of slapped.
Okay, so apparently Alabama tried to dead the whole beef after that. She was like, it's done. It's over, whatever. She posted something and was like, we're headed back to the studio. The war is on.
I roll the war in Calabasas. I'm dead.
To the front of the room.
I fear
Whose ass are you beating? You're from Calabasas, babe.
There's that, but also I fear she lost. She lost.
Yeah.
Danielle won.
Yeah, Danielle won. Danielle won.
Danielle won.
Danielle won. It's gonna be really hard to beat. Also, the video quality. She said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to end it here.
Here's the thing. If the world were ending and I needed somebody to be on my team, I'm choosing Danielle.
Also, let's not forget, Danielle is a mother. She has blood cancer right now.
Wait, what?
She has cancer right now. It's
treatable.
treatable. She's taking medicine for it. But she literally has cancer.
That's crazy.
Why are you trying this, girl?
But also,
listen, she started it. She did start it.
But did she? Maybe she heard from, you know what? At the end of the day, it's the baby daddy that's the problem.
Girl, y'all in the studio making these diss tracks when you really just need to go jump him.
Literally.
Just go jump him.
I will say, well, Danielle's stuck with him though for life now.
If I was Danielle, I would call Alabama up and be like, okay, you really don't want him? Okay, so then you're going to have to get all of your brothers and your cousins and your daddy and get somebody to jump him.
Something.
And then the beef is done.
Or you know what? Or just say, Alabama, publicly apologize and move on. Swallow your pride.
But she didn't do nothing else. She didn't do nothing wrong.
I guess. But
if she's not lying and she really...
She should have never come out with the first diss track. Just let Bad Bunny do her thing.
Bad Baby.
Whatever.
Do not put Benito's name into this.
My bad. I do know everybody loves him. Okay, but you know what I'm saying? Just let her have her moment and don't respond. It's just you're not a rapper. Stop.
You're not a rapper.
Even though she claims to be, right? Isn't that her thing? She's trying to be a rapper?
Apparently.
Okay, she clearly needs to
I'm gonna say
model
this.
wigs or something.
Maybe,
instead.
okay. Now that you just said that, I have a theory.
Ooh.
What if Travis Barker or Alabama's team paid Bad Baby to create this whole beef to put Alabama on the rap scene?
Okay, wait.
It kind of bit her in the getting cooked.
No, literally. But that actually would make more sense to me because I'm this is kind of out of nowhere.
So, okay, now the only way this will actually work, or it could be that Bad Baby was the only way I'll agree to do this is if I win the beef. I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do this to get her on the map, but I'm not going down losing to Alabama Barker.
But I bet you, honestly, that makes more sense to me, first off. And second of all, now we're talking about them here on a podcast.
Yeah.
I wasn't checking for Bad Baby. Are you kidding me? Alabama Barker, I took a deep dive only because I was fascinated by the wigs.
But you were never going to follow up on that deep dive. No.
Unless it came back up on my For You page. She's always just this is Alabama video.
She's just,
literally with her teeth. She's
she's got great teeth.
Smacking her. No, but she's always with her lips. Girl, sit down.
It's that generation. They love to lip sync into a camera.
I just don't get it. I don't get it.
So that's the beef. It's weird. that these worlds are even colliding.
And both of these are so
like,
weird.
Why are the Kardashians in everything somehow? They do
that
everything.
on purpose. They do that on purpose to stay relevant. It's true. They do that on purpose to stay relevant.
Maybe Kim paid for the rap beef. I don't know.
No, I don't think so. But I will say that
Mommy Courtney used her poosh money to pay for the rap beef.
Weird cameo for Courtney. That was weird.
It was weird.
That was so weird.
So that's why I'm like, is this like a family effort to get Alabama on into the music game? You know
who's behind all of this?
Kris Jenner.
Kris Jenner.
The devil works hard, but Kris works harder.
Okay. Allegedly, I think it's Kris Jenner. Kris Jenner's behind this.
Yeah, Kris said, "Okay, y'all married into the family now. We need to get these kids some money."
No, she's like,
Mason is not old enough yet, so we need to make Travis's kids work.
No, literally, like, you want to be a part of this mafia? Guess what? You're going to work.
Mason's still got a couple more years before we can do something with him. Come on, Alabama,
yeah,
let's put your to work.
Let me exploit her first. Cheers to that.
Cheers to Kris Jenner.
Yep, to Kris Jenner,
the momager of all momagers.
I don't know how. When does she sleep?
Now she's the grand momager.
I don't even know how that woman sleeps, honestly. The grand momager.
That's a good one.
That is good.
Chris,
you better put that on a shirt, Chris.
Put that on
grand
a tote
momager.
Bag.
Grand momager.
Put that on a knitting needle. What do grandmas do? I don't know.
Chris is always working. We don't know either. Okay, anyway. Exactly. But no, good super scoop. So, good.
Super scoop. That's a first draft. Okay, you guys, it's time to bring you in on the pod. It's time for Ask Ashley.
And Carlene.
Okay, we got
a good question this week.
I think we've got a really good question.
Right?
Rebecca.
You said it was good. I forgot it already.
I forgot it already too.
Okay, so Rebecca's going to read the question to us, and we're going to react to the question.
Yes.
Okay?
Here we go.
I've been married 4 years and have 2 girls, 10 and 2. My in-laws and my sister-in-law hate me. They refuse to come to our house, and I'm not welcome to their homes. They want nothing to do with me, but want to continue to see my kids. The problem is the oldest is from a previous relationship, and they aren't the nicest to her always. So I told them they can't see the kids without me present. She's come home crying a few times. My husband agrees with this, but now I see my husband is upset they won't come around. He obviously misses his family, and I don't blame him. It's a long story, but my husband and I agreed they started this, not me. Should I apologize anyway, move on, or should I let them do it? I've apologized before, and they continued behaving, basically saying I overreact.
I mean, the question is always, what the I do?
Okay, this is why are they all so tricky? You guys are really trying us.
You know, I do love a complex question.
I know. I fear I need some vodka before. Yeah. 1 second. We're gonna need it. Cheers.
So the first thing I will say is this is a problem that your husband can solve, and only your husband can solve. I don't think it's you that has to do anything. It's him. He needs to put his foot down, and he needs to say, listen, I love you as my family, and I want you in my life, and I want you in my children's lives, but we're a package deal. We are a family, and you can't have some of us and not all of us.
But also, like, again, this is one of those situations where I wish I had more context, because, like, why do they hate her so much? Like, what happened? You know what I mean? I feel like it was like a catalyst, like something happened. Like, was there a screaming argument? Was it?
You know, it's one of those things where it's like, even if it was a screaming argument, even
like, let it go.
Unless you literally murdered somebody in my family.
That's true.
You're family now. You got to get the over it. Well, and the difference is they still don't see you as their family. And that's the barrier. Like, they need to realize
you're not going anywhere.
You're not going anywhere. Even if you guys break up, you still have kids together. You're not going anywhere. So they need to keep you on the same level that they would keep him. And if they are willing to forgive him for some, then they have to do the same with you.
Well, the thing that like stood out to me is that they're mean to the oldest daughter.
That's
weird.
That's why I'm like, it can't be, it has to be that, like, no matter what happened that they hate her for, it was a them problem. It has to be, because there's no reason you're putting that on a child.
Do we think that do we think she should apologize? I'm just going to go.
She said she already did.
Yeah. So I'm just going to go out and say, no, don't apologize again. Like, I get that your husband might miss his family, but you know, that's
his family's fault, not yours.
Yeah. It's not your fault. So you don't have to take the blame for something that isn't your fault. And one thing, like, I feel like very passionate about the fact that, like, if you apologize over and over and over again for something that isn't your fault, like, people aren't going to respect you. You know what I mean?
Also,
they already don't respect you for multiple reasons, for whatever reason, but like, you know, they're just like not going to take you seriously. So I wouldn't apologize again for no reason.
Also, it's like, I feel like the more times you apologize for the same thing, the less meaning it has in it.
There's that, but also like they probably don't. The more times you apologize, they're going to be like, oh yeah, I really didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they're going to, you're actually like enabling their own behavior.
Yeah. And they're going to see you as the person in the wrong because you're the one that keeps apologizing. When in actuality, like, it can't have just been you that did something wrong.
That's tricky. It's tricky, but like, don't apologize. First off. Second off, that's up that
they're taking it out on your child.
Like, that's crazy.
That's a child.
Literally, it's a child. And that's just crazy. So to me, right there, it tells me that.
And for her to come home crying, they had to be really mean.
Yeah, like to me, that tells me that something is wrong with the family, and your husband needs to
honestly, I think it's like a boundaries issue.
Yeah,
that's what it's coming across as. Obviously, we don't have the whole story, but it's coming across as a boundaries issue. And for that, I think that your husband, he needs to be the one to step up and stick up for you and your children and be like, we're either in your life or out of it. I miss you and I love you and I want you as a part of my life, but you have to realize that it's all or nothing. This is a package deal. We are a family, and my family, now that I'm an adult and I have children, my family comes before your family.
There's plenty of people out there that cut off their toxic family.
Yeah.
You know, and is it sad?
It's unfortunate. It's sad.
Is it unfortunate? Yes.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like it is what it is.
There are very few things that a person can do that would warrant their family cutting them off. There are very few things that a significant other could do to warrant a family, like the in-laws, like completely cutting them off and like, that's it. Like, we don't want it. Like, we love you, but we won't deal with your significant other.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially when there's children involved. The only things I can think of is like, they literally are a criminal. Mm-hmm. There's substance abuse that they like bring into the home, or like they did something.
Cheated on the person.
Yeah. But
like
even
some sort of infidelity.
I mean, but I'll say even cheating, it's like, if you forgave that, your family has to forgive it too.
Yeah.
That's what
I mean. At the end of the day, like we don't know what it is or why they hate you, but to me it sounds like it's a them problem as well. I would agree with Ashley.
And I think especially because she said that he agrees.
Yeah. Oh, well then yeah. So I think honestly, yeah. So if I was in the situation, I know exactly what I would do.
What would you do? What would you do, Carlene?
You're like, well, talk to your family about it because I'm not doing and I don't care if I see them again or not.
But to be honest, she's done enough. She apologized.
That's what I'm saying. If I went out there and I apologized to my in-laws and for something that, you know, they dislike me for, and they don't forgive me and they continually
That's a them problem.
Yes. So I'd be like, okay, well, it is what it is. Like, I'm sorry. I love you guys, but it is what it is. I don't want to, like, I'm not doing this anymore. And I would just like cut it off. But that would be where your husband or my husband I would expect David to like step it up and have that conversation with his parents.
Yeah, absolutely.
And be like, fix this. This is not I already tried. It's not working.
It's not even at this point. It's not even fix this. It's get the over it.
Yeah. Or get over it.
Like
whatever it is.
She apologized. I've moved past it. I don't think that she's in the wrong.
I just feel like life is too short. Look at it. Like, come on. It's just like not that serious.
It's sad because it's like, especially when you're older and you have children, like his mom's not going to be around forever.
Exactly.
And it's like, why are we wasting all this time like with this petty It's not going to matter at the end of the day.
They cannot let things go. I give people a lot of chances before.
No, you do.
I give people a lot of chances. And even if somebody was like, you know what, Carlene, and they came back and apologized or something, and you're like, that was
you are very forgiving.
Yeah, like that was messed up. I shouldn't have done that. Or like, you know, I regret XYZ, whatever. I'd be like, you know what, you're right, girl. Like, let's just let it go.
You might be like, you might give them about it every once in a while, but you're like,
at the end of the day, I am truly just lazy. I don't want to harbor feelings about it.
Yeah, I think you value family a lot too. So
yeah,
it's
I do value a family.
It's not going to matter.
At the end of the day, on everybody's deathbed, does it really matter, or are the memories that everybody's missing out on matter more?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Like you're going to have this whole chunk of time where your kids don't have any memories with their grandparents. Or your husband doesn't have like
the memory with their grandparents who's coming home crying.
Exactly. That's not okay. And I really feel for your daughter because that's just not okay. And it doesn't matter what anybody did. That's a child and she didn't do anything wrong. So she should not be feeling pain about any of it.
But what I will say is I do feel like for example, like I would say I'm the tougher one in my relationship.
Same.
Not like tough.
No, in my family, I'm like the bully in my family.
Okay, I'm saying
that's what they
in
say
my
anyway.
relationship, like David, if we were in the situation, like he would feel very uncomfortable going to his parents and like talking to them because he like respects them highly, whatever.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it is not your responsibility to handle that. Like that is on
his
your
family
husband
to handle.
So even though you might feel guilty or you might feel like frustrated with your husband, maybe you guys have discussed it and you guys, you know, you're like, babe, just please go talk to them. And he like refuses to do it, or he says he will and he won't. Cause I could see David like kicking it down the road. Yeah. And then don't feel bad about it. You did what you could, and it is.
Well, that's what I mean when I
like,
said
you gotta let it go.
That's what I mean when I say like this is a problem for your husband to solve.
Yeah.
You've done what you can, and it's up to him to really stick up for you, put his foot down. And honestly, like, it's sad to say, but like once you grow up and you get married and you have kids of your own, that is your primary family now. Like that is now your immediate family.
But I do
yes,
feel
we
like
love our parents. Like, yes, exactly.
With that transition,
Yeah.
men struggle. I feel like men specifically struggle with that transition, especially if mama's boys. If you guys were in the situation, he would struggle with that. Standing up to your mom.
No, he wouldn't.
Think so?
No, I mean, me and my brother's relationship with my mom is very open, very transparent. Like,
okay, so maybe not.
No, like
I'm just saying. I feel like a lot of men struggle.
No,
with,
I do. Yeah, I agree with you.
I
definitely agree with you on that because men just like hate confrontation most of the time
with their parents.
Yeah, like emotional confrontation.
Oh, exactly.
So I agree with you on that, but
you're right though. That's the primary family.
Yeah, like you need to, because guess what? When he, God willing, he lives a long, healthy, amazing life with you and your children, who's going to be at his side when it's his time to go? Exactly. Not his mom, not his sister. Well, maybe a sister. I don't know. Not his mom.
Who's giving him back rubs every night?
Yeah. Who's going to be taking care of him in his old age? Those kids.
Who's cooking him meals?
Who's taking care of him right now? You, not his mom.
Who's making sure the
bills,
dirty underwear is clean?
Yeah.
His mom or you?
No, exactly. She did her job. She sent him off as an adult, and now it's your turn.
Yeah.
And for that, he needs to stick up for you, and he needs to set those boundaries and be like, listen, either get me and my family or you get none of us. Mm-hmm. That's it.
You know what? After that, if that's something that happens,
it's sad, but
it's called a counselor. Everybody needs to go to therapy. I'm about to make a therapy. Like this segment is making me realize I need to go to therapy.
Sponsored by BetterHelp.
No, I heard
but
that
also
there's like
use
controversies.
Oh my God, I can't keep up.
I mean, we'll still take the sponsorship though.
Yeah, but
every episode is just going to be me saying we'll still work with you. In conclusion, it's not on you, boo boo.
Don't feel guilty.
Don't feel guilty. You let it go. Let it go.
Don't feel guilty because this is on your husband at this point. If he agrees that you are not in the wrong and you should not be the one apologizing, then he needs to be the one to go to his family and be like, figure it out. It's either all of us or none of us.
Yeah.
And also they need to apologize to that baby for making her cry.
That really that was like the one thing that like stood out. I was like, what the
Yeah. Especially like, she's from a previous relationship. She already probably feels like, it's like a saying.
But like a phrase for this situation.
Yes.
Like,
the redheaded stepchild is like,
Yeah, like she probably already feels left out. And so now the grandparents are going in and making her feel more left out. No.
And obviously like there's not like you can make a 2-year-old cry really easily, but not like with your words.
No, that's like her. They probably don't even understand half of it.
Exactly.
I didn't get the impression she's
2-year-old and a 10-year-old.
Yeah, the 10-year-old, but that's like
the 10-year-old is the one that came.
10-year-old is the one that like emotionally, like that's when I start remembering things. Like I have memories when I was 10. So like, yeah, she's
even a little bit younger than that. Definitely not 2, but like,
Yeah. Anyway, that's our advice.
Yeah. Your husband's got to step up to the plate and make it right.
Play him this podcast if you have to.
Yeah, we'll tell him.
Okay.
Make it right
now.
This is where we tell all of our crazy influencer stories from either us or a friend of ours. You'll never know because they're always anonymous.
Right in. If you guys are an influencer, because I know we obviously have influencer friends and you guys are listening in right now.
If you've got a good story that could be featured in Bo, text us, DM us, hit us up. We're collecting the stories one incident at a time. Yeah. And we're never going to name any names.
You'll never know.
Always be anonymous. We're not trying to cancel anybody, get anybody in trouble.
Nope.
These are just good stories to tell, and we want to share them.
We want to share them. So
because sometimes they might be wrapped up in a pretty bow,
but you're still a okay. Seriously.
Okay. Are you ready, Carlene?
I am ready.
You read last week, so I'm gonna read this week.
Okay, I'm excited.
Okay. This is Dramatic.
Oh my God.
It started with an email. A well-known fashion brand reached out saying they loved my content and thought I'd be the perfect fit for their Black History Month campaign.
Oh, God.
Flattered but experienced, I knew the drill. After skimming past the usual fluff about celebrating Black voices and amplifying diversity, I got straight to business. Thanks for reaching out. What's the budget for this campaign? Their response was almost immediate. Unfortunately, we don't have a budget for this initiative, but we'd love to feature you across our platforms and introduce you to our audience.
My mouth is to the ground.
No. Yeah.
What? I don't even have words.
Now, if I had $1 for every time a brand wanted me to work for exposure, I wouldn't need their budget in the first place. But something didn't sit right with me, so I did some digging. A few conversations later, I found out that every white creator partnering with this brand, some with even smaller followings than mine, was being paid.
Oh, hell no.
Paid for the same campaign.
For Black History Month.
Black History Month.
Honestly, this is so appropriate because this is Black History Month while we're recording.
While we're recording, by the time it comes out,
it'll
won't
be March, but like Black History Month is every month.
Yeah, we're celebrating the whole
Why
month.
is it always the shortest month too?
At that point, I had two options. Stay silent and let it slide,
No.
or call them out.
Yes.
And since silence never paid anybody's bills, I decided on the latter. I sent a follow-up email, politely but directly addressing what I'd uncovered. I made it clear that being Black wasn't an excuse for free labor, especially not for a campaign centered around Black creators.
So I just don't get it.
Why even do the campaign?
Why
do the Black History Month campaign?
Don't do it. It's like an afterthought.
Suddenly, their budget magically appeared.
Oh, hell no.
It's funny how that works. I negotiated my rate, which, by the way, was more than fair, and secured my rightful spot in the campaign. But the experience left a bitter taste. Because the truth is, if I hadn't asked, if I hadn't pushed, they would have happily continued this pattern, underpaying or not paying Black creators while cutting checks for everyone else. So here's the lesson. Always ask, always advocate for yourself, and never let a brand tell you they don't have a budget when they're clearly paying everyone else. Because exposure doesn't pay the bills, but accountability, that's priceless. Okay, so why the would they even do a Black History Month campaign if they didn't have the money to pay people?
I'm honestly not surprised, to be honest.
I'm not surprised either because
it's like an afterthought. It's literally an afterthought. Like, oh my God, wait, it's Black History Month. Maybe we should do something. Let's reach out. Let's scramble and reach out to people.
Like it ain't it's not the same time every year.
Every year. David, literally, you guys, the other day, David asked me, I'm not even exaggerating. He said, when's Valentine's Day? I'm going to put it on my calendar so I don't forget. I said, babe, it's the same day every
It's probably
year.
already on your calendar.
Every
because
year.
it's a international holiday.
I was like, you do that, babe.
I'm so proud of you. Really getting organized in 2025.
My best friend, I always bring this up too. It's when she said, when's Cinco de Mayo?
On the Cinco of de Mayo. It's on the Cinco of de Mayo.
But like, that's how I feel like brands think about Black History Month.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean? They're just like, oh wait, like, oh yeah, I forgot.
Hispanic Heritage Month too. I've definitely been asked plenty of times to do.
I do not know when that is. When is
it's
it?
October. It's 2 weeks also.
Okay, well, wait why is
Rebecca, can you Google that, please? Because I want to say it's in October. Don't die. It's Black History Month. Episode de los Muertos.
Not actually being wrong about our own heritage.
Oh, we got a whole month?
Girl, I literally just said, why is it not a whole month? But
and
apparently
when is Black History Month?
It's February. Okay, why do we have to make it complicated? Why can't we just do a month, September or October? Can you Google that?
Because there's no other holidays on that date.
It's February.
Oh, so it's the whole month.
Yeah, it's a month. I knew that.
I feel like Hispanic Heritage Month used to only be 2 weeks or something.
No, but like, oh, that's weird. Why can't we just make it a month? Ain't nobody got time to write down different times for the month. Like,
this is why I always forget. No, about Hispanic Heritage Month, because I'm like, it's in October, I think.
Do you want to know a fun fact?
Because you know why I say that? Because by the time I get reached out to do for free, it's already October.
I was gonna say
it's already October. They're like, oh my God, it's Hispanic Heritage Month.
Oh wait, we should probably acknowledge diversity.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Is this year we won't have a problem because DEI is getting canceled. So
we shall see who comes through with the deals.
Oh, right.
If any.
Chase, we're available.
Chase.
Yeah, Chase is standing on business. Costco, come through.
Oh, I've only ever banked with Chase, actually.
You know what's funny? So there's a bank called Washington Mutual.
Yeah, WAMU.
Oh my God, you know WAMU?
I know WAMU.
Oh my God, WAMU. I used to bring a quarter every week and put it in my savings at WAMU. And
That's so cute.
Yeah, literally at my elementary school. But then Chase bought out WAMU.
Yeah.
So, but I'm going to be moving on back to Chase. And I'm pretty sure honestly, it's all because I have regional banks and one's in Seattle and I can't do certain unless
Can I say something?
What?
This is the most ADHD conversation ever.
Okay.
We're talking about somebody getting gypped for payment for a Black History Month deal, and somehow we're talking about you switching your bank.
To WAMU. On DEI.
You say that as
for DEI. Hello. It makes sense to me.
You're like, my stream of conscious makes perfect sense to me.
Okay, well, regardless, girl,
we've all been there. Black History Month.
Anyone with a little bit of melanin has been there. Actually, our Asian sisters and brothers do not have any melanin usually. Well, they have a little.
It's like
this is why we have to do your Googles.
Tone of melanin. I guess.
Do your Googles.
Either way, yeah, no.
We've all been there.
I fear all minorities have been there in
minorities,
the influencer
that's the right word I was trying to say.
the influencer space.
It's exhausting. I'm tired.
It's exhausting.
If I had $1 for every time, and if you are one of our very white, happen to be blonde and or just white in general, that's listening to this right now, just acknowledge the fact that you have the privilege, because I am sorry, every single influencer that blows up overnight or goes viral is typically, for the most part, I would say I would argue at least 95% that demographic.
So I
had to work my off to get to where I am. And so did you.
I mean, everybody has to work their
However,
and that's not what I'm saying. Not my theory. I heard this, I think, on a TikTok somewhere.
Okay.
But here's the thing about part of the reason that white influencers blow up so much easier and quicker.
Tell me, because I don't know.
Because we, as minorities, we have always had to envision ourselves in the media in place of a white person, because the media has always been predominantly white.
Mm-hmm.
So we can look at a white influencer and relate to them because we are conditioned to relate to them because we've always had to condition ourselves.
It's like having a Barbie and there wasn't black Barbies for a long time.
There wasn't black Barbie. So we were like, I still love my Barbie. It still is so much fun and I'm happy to have her. She looks nothing like me, but I still love my Barbie.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas white viewers and consumers, a lot of them, and I'm not saying all, I'm saying white consumers are not trained and conditioned to see themselves in the content of a minority creator.
That is so true. Oh my God. Yes. Wait, this has happened
to
me
before.
A lot
of people. So I've even talked to people that, they're like, yeah, no, I don't really follow a lot of creators of color because I just can't relate to their content. Why? Because you are only conditioned to relate to people that look like you. Whereas we have been conditioned to try to relate to anything because there was never representation for us for so long. But you know what's wild?
You know what's wild is that I actually, this is like goes into me being like half white, half black, right?
Yeah.
This is like a
You're
whole,
split,
again, why I need to go to therapy. Okay. But like during the Black Lives Matter, I was like, what black people do I follow? And I went on a deep dive and I was like, what the hell? Like, I'm part of the problem. Like, and so I started following like black creators.
Yeah.
Obviously, like there's, I don't want to say different shades of black, but like, you know what I'm saying? Literally there are different shades of black. But I'm like, okay, so I followed a few, but like not like a ton or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I have been conditioned because I grew up in Seattle. I grew up in a very, very white neighborhood. I just talked about it on my stories the other day. I was literally one of 2 black people in the entire advanced placement, my entire like situation. But I have been conditioned to think the white, I don't want to say white is right, but you know what I mean? In my mind,
is the normal, like the standard.
White is the normal. So why would I branch out and follow something else when so like I inherently thought I had to like actively switch my brain to like start following different creators of color. That's
crazy. Not like you don't enjoy their content.
No, I love it. Yeah. I love it. There's this one girl that I'm obsessed with her content. Oh my God, I think her name's Melody or something, but she does very similar content to like a Kaylee May or like the ASMR restocks, like that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But Kaylee May is over here sitting at like 2-3 million on TikTok. And I think the Melody girl's at like maybe 500,000. Yeah. They have the same content. It's like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I would argue I like the other girls more. Kaylee, I still like you, but I'm just saying, like, it's just very interesting because it's true. That's a very interesting perspective.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that.
Yeah. Shout out to all of our fellow creators of color. You deserve all of the payments.
And
it's
honestly, no, stand on business always. Always ask for your worth.
Always. And don't be afraid to say no. If you know that other people are being paid for something and they don't want to pay you, call them the out. That's the only way we get change.
A, call them out, and B, like, I feel like there's a lot of people that don't want to call out because they're like, oh, well, I want to work with that brand again. I thought about this the other day too. I have literally worked with so many brands that have disappointed me over the years that I will not work with again. Like, I just won't work with them. There's one brand that I work with on a monthly basis. It was a gift card, but a monthly basis. And they pissed me off so bad that I stopped working with them 3 years ago. I just spent the last gift card like a month ago on just random stuff. Cause I was like, F you guys pissed me off for the final time. You guys aren't paying. And again, it was another payment issue because I was getting a gift card, but I knew people that were getting paid
for the same work.
And I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy. And
listen, gift cards are not going to pay my fucking bills.
Exactly.
But all of the sales that you get from my content is literally paying your bills.
And also,
it's paying all these other influencers that you were paying.
And also, I think that brands like forget too, like brand awareness is worth so much money. So like, for example, there's those stupid pillows that I always bring up that I've like brought up a million times.
Them.
I know they're so good. I love them too.
I love them.
We'll link them down below for you guys. But these pillows, I blew up on TikTok from these stupid pillows. I think the video now has like 25 million views or something crazy.
That's like your top seller still.
It's my top
years
seller
later.
Every month, years later, back in 2021 or 2022, I can't remember, during the pandemonium, or like when we were coming out of it, I like randomly, I was like, Amazon finds you didn't know you needed. I was like one of those people. I posted it, blew up. And I was like, what the hell?
I will say it's also interesting because it's like it takes one creator to speak up and that brand will literally fail. Like go down to the ground. And I'm not saying that like, well, no, I think if you're just speaking the truth, it's not slander. If that brand goes down because people do not agree with those views or those practices, that's on the brand. You should have just been a good person and been fair and paid everybody what they were worth.
Same rate. I wish I could say I'm surprised. I'm not.
Because we've both been there. We've both been there multiple times.
Influencers of color make less. This is a statistic. It's not like it's just making it up.
It's not even. It's a fact.
It's a fact. Influencers of color make less. I know some of my friends who work with brands right now, even that I'm getting paid less than they are, even though I convert more than them.
Yeah.
And it just sucks.
I think it also has to do with consumers. I think that consumers, unfortunately, trust a white person innately more so than a person of color, just because we have been conditioned to in society. And I think that we just all need to be more aware of that. And like, if you see the same product that you are interested in from two different influencers, and one of them happens to be the person of color, maybe click on their link. Just think twice and click on their link because it might help a lot more.
I just feel like, but here's the thing is that I just feel like we're kind of going backwards in society when it comes to
we are so going backwards right now.
I'm just like, I don't get it because the weird part
it's kind of the same thing with like body positivity. Like we're going backwards on like so many things.
But I don't get it because the majority of people are not white anymore. Isn't that weird to think about? Like we're going backwards on diversity, but
that's why they're scared. They don't like that they're no longer.
Yeah, we're literally recording a podcast, so everybody's gonna hear it.
That's literally why, Carlene. They are scared. They're scared that they're no longer the majority. But it's like we were never trying to take you down. That was always you trying to take us down.
Like,
we actually never cared about it at all. We all want to win.
Literally, like it's not. I don't know. It's just crazy. The whole thing's crazy.
Yeah. So support your creators of color, brands. Pay your creators of color.
You know what I would love? If you guys are listening right now on YouTube, I would love if you drop your favorite creators of color, whether they be Hispanic, Asian, Black, drop them down below because I would love to follow some new creators of color as well, you know? And I'm sure everybody else that's listening would too.
I think I follow more creators of color than white creators. I'll be honest.
Well, I think that for me, like being Amazon influencer, there was a lot of, because here's the other thing too, when we really want to open it up, like marginalized groups can't afford a Prime membership. It's like $150 a year. So when you really start thinking about it, like, okay, that's a privilege to be able to afford.
If you're listening and you are either on EBT food stamps, you can get a Prime membership with EBT now. So
wait, what?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I didn't know that. No.
Yeah, you can get a discounted rate with EBT, or if you're on Medicaid or Medicare.
Okay, well, as long as they're still around by the time
we'll put those links in the. Yeah, exactly. If they're still around, knock on wood, hoping they are.
But I'm just saying, like, when we like zoom out and we think about it.
No, I know what you're saying. Marginalized groups do not have as much of an expendable income or resources or like,
which inherently is why when I'm going to these events, I'm meeting a bunch of other white creators, and then therefore I end up following more white creators. And
yes.
blah, blah, blah.
I will also say shout out to all of the brand reps and the people behind the scenes that are vouching for us.
You guys are real
and
ones.
especially all of the brand reps that are fellow people of color, because they really ride for us. And even though they've got their bosses breathing down their neck about ROI and sales and all this, a lot of them are on our team with us, and we'll fight for the budget, we'll fight for the campaign, we'll fight for us. So a huge shout out to them too, because you're doing the Lord's work.
Honestly, I mean, that's the first thing I noticed. If there's a brand trip going on and there's only one creator of color, I'm like, okay, well, bye brand. Like, it's just annoying. It's annoying because it doesn't fit the demographic of America. I'm very big on like, let's fit the demographic of America.
Yeah.
Like, hello, I don't get it. I don't understand.
Yeah.
But I guess I also don't feel threatened by the
the
demographic of America taking over. So
no, not at all.
Because guess what? They're here to stay. Okay. Anyway, not to get political, but brand. I hope you didn't.
It's
work with them
unfortunate, and we also
we've been there.
Also, unfortunately, have to fight our own fight sometimes.
Yeah,
we can't count on anybody else to do it, unfortunately. But we're with you.
We're with you, girl.
We're with you all.
Anyway, that's our bow.
And Black History Month.
I really wish that I knew what brand that was, so I don't support them.
I know, I really do too. Ew.
Gross.
Couldn't be me.
No. Anyway.
Okay.
What are we ending on?
I don't know. Is that the end of episode 3, dude? Did we do it again?
But we did it again. Let me just show them the outfit. This is from Amazon. We have a little bow. One day we'll have merch. Yeah, Amazon. So cute.
We don't have our own merch yet, but we're taking inspo from all of our matching fits every week.
Every once in a while we'll have a matching fit.
Okay, so we finished episode 3. High five, dude. We did it.
So proud of us.
This was a good episode. We had some good topics. We
were actually organized.
Yeah, we covered some really good things. Even like our little sidebars, I feel like were meaningful.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and TikTok and all the other places. I'm Super Ashley 127 everywhere.
Queen Carlene and Queen Carlene Home.
And make sure you give this a thumbs up, comment down below if you're on YouTube, subscribe to the channel if you're on YouTube. If you're on Spotify or Apple, make sure.
Give us a star.
Yeah,
5 stars.
Give us 5 stars. Maybe leave a comment. Follow the podcast so you're updated whenever we upload. We love you.
Thank you so much for listening and hanging out with us.
And we'll see you next time on The Drama Dose.
Bye.